Alright, so this is what our investigation turned up. Seems we've found a major connection between the victim and Dogen. This is terrible. What happened? The security camera recorded something terrible. What? Can you let me see it? Of course, sir. I have a portable playback device right here. A portable VHS player. VCR, whatever. Let me see it right away. Oh boy, they went all out for this. What the heck? Looks like he was attacked by a bat or something. This black thing has got to be that doggy, right? Up until this point, I thought the murder took place inside the prison. Oh, it appears I was mistaken. The place where Knightley was attacked was... Really? You have to ask? It was the detention center. And furthermore, he was attacked by Dogen's dog. This is decisive evidence. All you saw was a black blur. It didn't exactly look like the dog. If Knightley was killed in this room, then this piece of evidence we found in the cell takes on a new meaning. Which piece of evidence takes on a new meaning if the murder occurred in the holding cell? Wiped floor. It's wiped up blood. For some reason, someone wiped the floor clean. It's possible they were wiping away bloodstains. Thank you for your hard work. While I have your attention, may I ask for one more favor? What would that be? There should be a detective by the name of Dick Gumshoe in the detention center of the prison. I would like you to give him a message. Almost said massage. I meant message. Give him a message. Although he would like a massage. Tell him to check this room for traces of blood and give the results to me. Yes, sir. Alright. This should corner that old coot. No, not yet. We still don't know how Knightley and the dog moved from here to the prison. That's true. Once we figure that out... Where should we check out next, Mr. Edgeworth? Guards here might know something about the murder. Let's see if we can learn any new details from them. Alright, let's continue our... Ah! Yeah! Oh, sorry to intrude. Doesn't sound like him. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor and the little lady. Fancy meeting you here. This man is Shilong Lang, an Interpol agent. About 2 weeks ago, he was in charge of investigating one of my cases. I would have thought he'd returned to his native country of Zhangfa by now. Agent Lang, what brings you here? Just some boring work. Nothing you need to know about. Haha, on top of the black dog, we meet a black wolf. Huh? You came alone today, Agent Lang? Yeah. Do you not remember? Okay. Usually, he'd have a huge police... Oh, that's right. Police force with him. Mr. Prosecutor, seems you've been busy these past few days. These past few days? Is he referring to the incident with the Zhangfa president? I would have thought you'd be involved in his security too. Ha! Our president doesn't even trust his own country's police force. Look at the results of hiring a private security company. It's laughable. Agent Lang doesn't trust prosecutors or the courts. That's why he brings along a large force of capable policemen to thoroughly investigate the crime scene. Yes, if you and your subordinates had been there, the results might have been different. My subordinates, huh? They're no longer with me. They all died? That's so sad. They're not with you? Funny. Looks like I'm a real lone wolf now. Ha 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 ha! Agent Lang, just what happened exactly? Didn't I tell you? It's nothing you need to know about. Well, be seeing you, Mr. Prosecutor. Mr. Lang, wonder what happened. Yes, it troubles me too, but there's nothing we can do about it for now. Okay, let us continue with our own investigation. Got it. First, let's ask those guards a few questions. I'd like to look at this trophy case, if you don't mind. A bunch of trophies are lined up here. I'd like to hand out one of these trophies sometime. What kind of person would receive a trophy from the Great Thief? Obviously, the rope escape champion. Ah, but if they actually held a contest, I'd be the champion. Where would you hold such a contest? I want to examine those pictures up there. Who are those people? I can't tell. No. This leads to the office. There's a sign that says, "No entry." It's human nature to want to sneak in whenever you see a no entry sign, and it is human reason that suppresses those urges. Yeah, I don't need to examine the door. You're right, Edgeworth. Can we go down here? Is there any point? No. Lockers. These are the guards' lockers. I bet they keep their uniforms and snacks inside. Why snacks? If it were me, I'd definitely put snacks in there. Me too. I don't know where you get that air of confidence. Where would you put your snacks, Edgeworth? Metal detector? It's a security gate with a metal detector. Don't you feel nervous whenever you pass through one of these? It's like how you get nervous when you see a policeman, but you've done nothing wrong. Perhaps you get nervous around the police because you're the self-proclaimed Great Thief. This door leads to the surveillance room. Surveillance? Does this mean we're being watched? You'll have to tone down your shenanigans, Mr. Edgeworth. What? What are you trying to accuse me of? Alright. Eat free, live free in prison. That's one way to encourage them. This is a difficult case. What's wrong? Something troubling you? Sir! One of my uniforms has gone missing. Sounds like a puzzle. But I'm certain that I placed it in this locker. Maybe the uniform grew legs and walked off somewhere. What kind of logic is that? In any case, I wish you the best in your search. I'll be rooting for you. Yes, thank you for your support. Okay, that's quite a clue. You there! Have you seen a black dog around here? Of course not. If I had actually seen it, I wouldn't be standing around here so carefree. Did something happen with that doggy? Okay, let's not press this matter any further. So Dogen's dog didn't come by the detention center. Ooh, there you are. Oh. Thought it was the warden. Mr. Shields, where did you go? Where indeed? I've been searching for you guys this whole time. Walking all around the prison is hard work, you know. That's strange, seeing as you came from the opposite direction. Got some new information. You want to hear it? Do you? You should change the subject quickly. I heard a little something from the guards. It seems Knightley caused a bit of an incident 2 days ago. An incident? You know how Simon said he came to visit Knightley, right? After the visit, when Knightley returned to his cell, naturally, a guard escorted Knightley back to his cell. While the guard was unlocking his handcuffs, all of a sudden, Knightley struck the guard and knocked him out. It seems he was going to attempt a jailbreak. By the time the other guards arrived, the key to his cell had disappeared. There's been no reports of Knightley's jailbreak attempt 2 days ago. Exactly. Strange, isn't it? Right up until his death, he was still in his cell. What's more, Knightley claimed he never stole the key in the first place. In fact, they searched his cell, and the key was nowhere to be found. Did the guard who was struck have anything to say? No one knows. He was taken to the hospital while he was still unconscious. He's still there now, it seems. So, in the end, we still don't know what happened. It's you! That voice. Excellent. Great. What are you doing? What are you still doing hanging around here? Well, you see, this is my assistant. Are you here to object to our investigation and make me let into a laughingstock? Sebastian, I believe obstruct is the word you're looking for. In a way, I think his expression was apt. Pleasure meeting you again, Judge Courtney. I know. You are Simon Keyes' defense attorney, are you not? Well then, let's skip the formalities and celebrate our happy reunion with a hug. Overruled. Or maybe not. Incidentally, I heard you mention an assistant a moment ago. Yeah, we're assistants at the Edgeworth Law Offices. Prosecutors are civil servants. To open a side business is to betray the goddess of law. As long as profit is not our objective, there shouldn't be a problem, right? Yeah, that's it. Miles here is a volunteer worker. The purpose of my office isn't to make money. We're pro bono. What a wonderful heart you have, defending others without demanding payment. I do have an amazing charitable heart. More importantly, I'd like you to explain your reasons for arresting Simon Keyes. There's no need to. Is that a challenge against me? No, I was speaking with Judge Courtney. Guess it can't be helped. If you want to take on the best, you will fall like the rest. I haven't said anything yet. This is convenient. Then I will hear you out. What were your reasons for arresting Mr. Keyes? I see no need to inform you. Sebastian, let us... Hehehe. Just watch, Justine. Watch as I run around in circles against this useless prosecutor. I think you mean run circles around me. Yeah, that's what I meant. Prepare yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. So you want to know my reasons for arresting that man? The answer is simple, yes. We found traces of that guy over there. How's that? Perfectly simple, perfectly decisive, right? Of course, I was the first to notice it because I'm the best. How am I supposed to go about pressing that? How's that? Got nothing to say. Speechless in my presence? This guy sure talks a lot. So, you're the one who arrested Mr. Keyes, I take it? Mr. DeBest, do you have the right to do such a thing? Well, obviously it was the police who carried out the arrest. But since it was under my direction, shouldn't it also count as my arrest? As I expected. It'd be difficult to deal with both of them at the same time. However, her silence is troubling me. Just what is she thinking? Yes. Let's get one thing clear. You do know who you arrested, right? What? You take me for a fool? The one I arrested was Simon Keyes. No doubt about it. I expected he'd at least understand that much. A fatal reason? Really? That's quite a surprise. So what is this fatal reason for the arrest? Are you attempting to lure information out of me through flattery? Good strategy, but I'm afraid it won't work on me. We have found vital evidence implicating Simon Keyes. That's what Sebastian was trying to say. Yes, so because of this vital evidence, I had Simon arrested. Traces. That guy over there, that's certainly vague. Well, don't they say the best the best hears one thing and understands 10? You're just being lazy. Explain it more clearly. Sebastian, if it's alright with you, would you please explain it to them in more detail? I'm sure that everyone wants to hear what you have to say. Alright, if you insist, Justine. We discovered that. Perhaps you didn't know, but the victim carried a chessboard with him. From it, we found that suspect guy's, Simon Key's fingerprints. Well done, Sebastian. I bless you on behalf of the Goddess of Law. Please, amend your testimony. Are you alright with that, Prosecutor Edgeworth? Yes. The victim carried a chessboard. From it we found Simon Key's fingerprints. Surely it wasn't you who discovered the fingerprints. Hey, I'm just a prosecutor, aren't I? Leave that stuff to the forensics team. These fingerprints could be a problem. But wasn't the chessboard originally... Maybe I should take another look at the evidence. What's perfectly simple and decisive is how flimsy your testimony is. What are you saying? You just can't keep up with my train of thought. It may be presumptuous of me, but allow me to explain. The fingerprints found at the scene belonged to the guards and the prisoners. And the only ones that should not have existed belonged to Simon Keyes. Yes, exactly! Do you get it now, Mr. Edgeworth? The real question is, do you get it? Only Simon's prints are unnatural. If there are other people's fingerprints, then there should be more suspects. Wahaha! I'm afraid that's not possible. And why is that? Certainly, if not for Simon Keyes' prints, there would have been more suspects. However, his fingerprints should not have existed. That's right! After all, Simon is neither a prisoner nor a guard, so naturally he wouldn't have been allowed into the prison. And yet he left his fingerprints. I think that's reason enough for an arrest, wouldn't you say? Yes, well done, Justine. You're welcome. You two make a great team. Of course, I was the first to notice it because I'm the best. First one to notice, do you have any proof? I noticed at the very instant I saw the crime scene. Faster than the speed of light, that's the best kind of proof. What does that prove? Wahaha! Still don't understand. Don't feel too bad. You're simply not the best, unlike me. I don't think I want to understand. I don't think I want to understand. Alright. Goodness gracious, he's adding a whole bunch to this testimony, isn't he? My reasoning is faster than light. It'd take you a light year to get it. In short, I'm the best. You do realize that a light year is not a measure of time? Oh? Sebastian, a light year is a unit of distance. Oh, right. What? This isn't the time for this. What is he saying? It's really vague and hard to understand. First, I'll have to teach him how to speak a language people can understand. Teach it to him, Professor Edgeworth. Okay. Let's see. What kind of evidence do we have to work with? Cell key. Black silhouette. Swipe clean. Okay. Now, chessboard. Aha! Simon brought it to him at his request. That is why the fingerprints are on there. Oops. That might not be the one we want to put on there. Only Simon's prints are unnatural. No, they're not. That was wrong, apparently. Her, rather than Mr. DeBest. Only Simon's prints are unnatural. Victim and the guards. I'm gonna go to the old standby of pressing everything once again. Seeing if we get anything new. It's always worth a try. This won't have anything new, we just pressed it. Okay, so we've got to present something. Alright. Fatal reason. Found. Victim carried a chessboard. Alright, we found Simon Key's fingerprints. And indeed it would. We checked it once before and it didn't have anything on it. Or it didn't have anything of note. Let's look one more time. So we can examine the chess pieces. Doesn't look like there are any of them out of the ordinary. Kinda looks like they've got 2 kings each, rather than a queen and a king. Oh, I guess the queens have little pokey things. Okay. And again. No. Nothing special. Okay. Let's see. Only Simon's prints are unnatural. So to me that suggests we're looking for some other unnatural prints. We never looked at this. No. The prints belong to the victim and the guards. Yes, only Simon's prints are unnatural. They're not unnatural. So you brought it to him. That's not right, apparently. Reasoning is faster than light. Take your light here to get it. That's not helpful. Maybe it really seems like it would be this one, but I guess I'll try this one. Okay, I would have put it on the second one. The second one was more relevant. Fingerprints found on the chessboard. Is that the ace up your sleeve? Ace in my sleeve? Oh, ace up my sleeve? Yes, the methods I use are always the best. This ace is my trump card. Well then, allow me to show you that it is not, in fact, a trump card at all. Simon Keyes was the one who sent this chessboard to the victim in the first place, so it's only natural some of his prints would be left on it. Ag! That took way too long. You're right. These fingerprints are hardly decisive evidence. Perhaps your arrest was a little too rash. Rash? To begin with, this incident occurred in the detention center and in the prison. To suspect Simon just because he isn't a prisoner or a guard is a little unreasonable. Ah! What? What's with him all of a sudden? Wahahaha! I finally get what you're trying to say. Rash. You mean we were too quick to arrest the guy, right? He was stuck on that? Sure, I was the first to lay eyes on him. And I was the first to notice the evidence. That was even faster. And I am not rash. Sure, Simon Keyes isn't the guard or a prisoner, but... Sebastian. Judge Courtney. What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that. Pardon me, Sebastian. Yes, your words on the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get to the best part first? The best part? Why don't you tell them about your wonderful reasoning regarding the murder weapon? Good one, Justine. Nice suggestion. Mr. Edgeworth, listen to my first-rate reasoning. Will this reasoning explain why you arrested Mr. Keyes? I'm sure it will meet your expectations. Judge Courtney just changed the flow of the conversation. Just what is she planning? Okay. It's obvious the murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, the prison maintains strict control over potentially lethal items. So, that's why I've reasoned that the murder weapon was brought in from the outside. Yes, it was hidden inside that chessboard. Since only the victim and the suspect's fingerprints were found on the chessboard, isn't it obvious who brought and used the murder weapon? At least it's clearer than his last testimony. It's the best reasoning you can get from Prosecutor the Best. How do you like that? Now he's mixing up the best with his own name. But could someone really hide a weapon inside a gift sent to a prisoner? Heh heh, you'll find a good place if you examine the inside of the chessboard. I did! Inside the chessboard, is there some place to hide a weapon? As I thought, there are only chess pieces inside. Heh heh heh! Wow, what an annoying laugh. Inside the chessboard, huh? Perhaps I should examine it a bit further. Right there. The top panel is removable. It's quite deep. Yes, there's more than enough room to hide a small knife. Understand now? This is how the culprit smuggled in the... Humph. Humph? What's with the humph? I wasn't even finished. Mr. DeBest, there is something you have forgotten. There's a gate at the entrance of the detention center. Eh? Well, there is, but... He means the security gates with the metal detectors, Sebastian. We had to pass through the same check when we entered the prison, remember? Yeah, that's it. I remember now. Looks like he completely forgot. It would be impossible to smuggle a sharp metal object into the detention center. Therefore, your reasoning never held, even from the very beginning. That gate is only used on people. In other words, packages sent to the detention center undergo a simpler check. They might want to change that policy, so they don't use a metal detector for that? This never should have happened. Seems the guards were too careless. Okay. Careless guards, as usual. Right. Justine. Thanks for the assistance. You're welcome. Now then, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your cross-examination, if you please. Cross-examination. It's as if we were in the courtroom. Very well, his reasoning. And see how long it will hold up under pressure.